Hello, everybody. Thank you all for joining me again. I want to thank you all for the continued support to this channel. Like other readings, today's reading is also going to be a timeless one, and we're going to do a quick energy update for the upcoming week. I'm going to use the Fairies Oracle deck that we've been using previously as well. So let's get started. And the card we got today is Gocha. I'll pause a minute so that we can sink into the beautiful artwork. These cards really speak to us if you just focus on us. One thing that I'm being drawn today is to how real his eyes are, how deep. So the way we're going to do today's reading is I'm going to do that the messages from the book, from the guide that came with this deck, to look at the author's viewpoint of this card, and then we'll quickly go into the channel messages, if any. Card 64, Gaucha. Sudden shock, unexpected events, rude awakenings. Gotcha is out of the blue fairy. He likes to surprise us. You know, you're walking along, minding your own business, and the universe smacks you on your blind side with something that makes an awful splat. Unexpected demands from taxman. The bank's hole in the wall machine eats your bank card late at night while the burly and irritable tax driver is waiting. Your child finds a way to dye themselves green before your in laws arrive. A meteor hits your car. Gotcha is, of course, capable of happy surprises as well as shocking as miserable ones. Perhaps your lottery ticket wins. There is a school of thought that says this is just karma. We deserve it for sins we have totally forgotten in our lifetimes. Not so. Karma is about lessons we need to learn, not about punishment, and needless events don't teach us much. So this may be karma, but it isn't that kind of karma. There is another school of thought that says all of these sayings are our choices. We choose to be there when this was happening. We choose to step in front of the invisible cosmic bus. There is some truth to this on one level of being high in the superconscious. As Gotcha says, I know more than I see. But most of us don't function at this exalted intuitive level of consciousness much of the time. However, many of us do get hints, little flashes of intuition, and sometimes even big flashes of intuition. We often say, I knew I shouldn't have gone that way, or trusted that person, or invested in that stock. There are two things Gotcha is trying to teach us. He says he doesn't enjoy doing it, but do I believe him? Actually, I do mostly. First, we need to learn to listen to and trust our intuition. We need to be awake and aware. It is just part of what we need to learn in order to fulfill our potential to have happy and satisfying lives. Without it, we are sleepwalking in the world, missing all the wonders and joys while not missing many of the bumps and pitfalls. Second, when there are lessons we need to learn, or when there are experiences that are properly others prob other people's, but have impact on us. We need to learn to roll with the punches, to take what comes to at us, learn what we can from it, and regain our balances as quickly as possible. Things happen. We can't always control them. We can't always get out of their way. We don't always even have a choice about them. For example, to live with a beloved animal friend, excuse me, probably means that you're going to lose that creature at some point because most pets have shorter lifetimes than humans do. Other things happen as well. People occasionally win huge sums in lotteries, but this too, we need to be able to take in our stride and not be completely lost in it. Gotcha knows we like to build sturdy, rigid structures in our minds and lives, but he also knows that these often are not good for us. Sometimes we even complain about them, muttering about life being dull and boring, yet we climb to them tenaciously. Such inner and outer rigidities usually encourage stagnation, and unity insist on growth. So, to help us along, Gotcha kindly delivers these sudden surprises. Yet, how often do we remember to say thank you? It's hard, Gotcha says. Doing such a difficult job, it's hard to drive a ferry to drink. From the look of that bloodshot eye, he has already been into some of more potent otherworld nectar. So, what does this mean in a reading? Let's look at what this means in our reading today. Gotcha is in a reading speaks to us of sudden, often violent breakdowns of existing structures, habits, patterns, and our attitudes. When we become too tightly confined by our own self-imposed limitations, Gotcha kindly breaks the structure, restraining us, whether we think we want him to or not. On a soul level, we know this to be necessary, but in our everyday thoughts, we usually get pretty upset about it. However, breakdown can lead to breakthrough. This is liberation, and we often haven't a clue what to do with it. This is usually the beginning of a period of confusion, even disorientation, while we search for a way forward. Although we may think we are simply searching for a way back to what we had before. Recommendation: do not try to pick up the pieces and put them back like they were. Consider instead what you would do to build in that part of your life, and this time reminds to leave room for growth. That's a very fitting message for most of us. I know this is a timeless reading, but the time I record this, we are pretty much all very shaken. Um, the world we live is not what we are used to. Um, we all are pretty much challenged in one or the other way, and the card this fairy today comes in to remind us that the shakedown is needed, not to just take the pieces and build them back together, but to see if there is a potential to apply your creativity and intuition to create something new, to break down the old structures and to bring new structure. This could apply at a very macro level or micro level, could be within your family, within your day-to-day life, within your routine. um, if you have lost a job, unfortunately, or if there was any unfortunate event that you're not planned for had happened. um, yes, we all are human and we tend to get sad and mourn on the loss. We quite honestly get lost as to what our next steps are going to be. And the card comes in as a reminder saying that those sudden shocks or changes or breakdowns are basically in the aspect of your life where you have bigger or better potential to see better things. So, this is required for you not to just settle with something less, but to think for what you're potentially capable of, something bigger. And that's the reason that you're right now put in this point. For some, it could be in their career, for some, it could be in their relationships. Maybe things that have not been working needed a fresh start. Or maybe it's time to let go of that and to look at something that is better, that fits better. Um, so, if you're resonating with the journey of spiritual awakening and you kind of vibrate at a higher frequency, the things that you usually do, even the food that you had cravings for, or even the people or the fun stuff that you used to do previously is not very attractive or very appealing to you anymore. And that is good, um, in a way, that your mind and your soul is calling for something, for things that are even more fulfilling for you. So, take it how it might resonate. I know the card kind of it says that it could be an extremely unexpected negative outcome, or an extremely positive, shocking outcome, like a winning of a lottery ticket in Blast. You are, if that is what you get, and I hope all of us um, are aligned with that energy. But however, if you're not, then this is reassuring to say that this is step one. The breakdown or the event or the shock that had come in, it's better that you received it now, and it was supposed to be in its divine timing, and it's supposed to be that way. And there are things that are not in our control. Breaking out of that rigid mindset of planning ahead and saying this is exactly how the events are going to unfold. A mindset like that could lead to challenging situations where getting out of such shocking or unexpected events could be very painful, could be very time consuming, could be exhausting emotionally and energetically. So, the guidance here is that hope for the best, but be prepared, be open minded and optimistic. Don't let any failures or any negative outcomes, which I'm hearing is temporary, um, it's just a temporary thing for you to step back and look at things that are better aligned for you. So we'll stop there, and I hope this message resonated with you all who are listening to this. And if it did, and if you liked today's reading, please give it a like, share with your soul tribe, with your friends, with somebody who is traveling through the spiritual awakening journey. And I'm sending you all lots of love and lots of positivity straight from my heart. And I hope you all have a great day ahead and a great week ahead. Thank you all so much. Bye.